Something's different.
Yes. Something is very different.
I mean, I noticed like we're not sitting on the couch. That's
Right.
Wait, the couch is not even
It
Nick
is there.
swapped the whole feng shui.
there.
My basement flooded, so all my shit from the office is over there.
Mm-hmm. His diamonds is flooded too.
Dear Lord.
Yeah. New freezer.
Bogans is back.
Something's very.
Oh, wait. Hold on.
Oh.
Hey, this is Jason Statham. Don't worry about how I got in here. Just fucking listen to me. It's a good day to die, isn't it? Yeah? It's a good day to get my foot up your ass, isn't it? Yeah? It's also a good day to hear some good topics with good people. So we got the returning Javon Bogans. Give it up for Bogans, guys. Give it up for Bogans. Yeah. Clap it up. How you doing? We got Con from the 703. Another good bloke. And we've got our fearless leader, the man, the myth, the legend, the mad scientist, Nick Ball.
Thank you. Can I ask you a question before you leave?
Yeah. What's
When
up?
does Transporter 17 come out?
Shut the fuck up.
You've made like
You shut the
15.
fuck up.
All right. Well, on that note,
Yeah, we had Jason Statham here today. Wow.
I'm so glad we had
Fucking
Jason Statham
wow.
one day.
Wow. How
He-
random.
He drove out of here.
Oh, boo.
I have some.
Boo. Nah.
Took you a while.
Nah. Not so fast, bro.
I have something in my throat, and I can't fucking get it out. So I'm just gonna play this. This is the temporary new theme song because the return of Bogans is upon us. Bogans is coming.
No.
I can't do it. Yes,
Yes.
I'm gonna do it.
Nick, no. Fuck.
Damn it. Hey.
Oh my god. We're in for a trip.
There's no 808s.
What's that bass?
There's no 808s, bro. Like, I'm not rocking.
Ryan, it's your every birthday.
Oh my goodness. You talk about transforming the sound. Travis who?
Produced by.
Do you remember the day you made this beat? How long did you spend on this?
Oh my god.
How long?
Okay. I had to learn the software, so
What software was it?
oh my goodness, I don't even know. It had free loops, and I was like,
It had Fruity Loops.
free loops.
Oh, okay.
That's what you hear.
Hey.
Nigga, them snares.
Oh, give it
How you
up.
make a 45-second beat?
Give it up. So it wasn't actually supposed to be a
I'm having way too much technical difficulties today. It's because Bogans is back. That's what it is.
I'm looking at the color of his skin.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at you.
I don't really think that's where
and
you should go.
It's getting kind of weird here, you know. Weird
No,
vibe.
you just filled the air with some negativity there.
I feel it. I know what's going on. I don't know what's going on with Logic, though.
I don't know.
Anyway, I don't even know what we're talking about. Anyway, what is going on with you guys? Bogans, you were gone for 2 weeks. You should have 2 weeks full of stories to tell us.
That means no.
2 weeks.
Yes.
2 weeks?
Yeah.
No,
Well,
I missed 1
you were
week.
gone a week, but it's been 2 weeks since we've seen you.
It's been 2 weeks since a recorded podcast. I
There you
think.
go.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
So I mean, birthday, Super Bowl weekend. I kind of got that story out the way. That was an amazing time.
How was your experience with it? Because no one heard your side.
Yeah, and I've been an Eagles fan since I started watching football, and you know they're always that next year team, and even this year at the beginning of the year, everybody was like, "Don't worry," because I was saying like if the Eagles go to the Super Bowl, I want to go, and I've been making plans or like going to the Philly Stadium, and they were like, "Oh, don't worry about it," because they're not going, and then you know. After every game, they haven't beat a winning team. If they lose to the Cowboys, they won't go to Super Bowl. If they lose the Seahawks, they won't make it in the playoffs. And then you got it. So watching them, and then I remember the last minute of the game, watching Tom Brady with the ball. No, last 2 minutes, Tom Brady with the ball, and we're only up 4. because
That's never a good look.
We
And
watched-
we said it in the video.
we watched the news thing, bro.
Yeah.
We watched it, and they were like, "What scenario would you rather have?
Yeah.
Be down by 4, Tom Brady has the ball, or be down by 4 and Eagles have the ball, or be up by 4 and Tom Brady has the ball."
You wasn't either.
And
That's the real shit.
I said,
Bogan was like, "This is not the scenario."
I was like, "You don't want. This is not it." And then,
Right.
sure enough, that scenario comes up. I was like, "Ah, fuck."
No.
I was like, "Ah, man, we're gonna lose this game." I was like,
We said it like on video too. I was like, Bogans, this is not
"Yeah,
even close to what we want at all.
bruh,
Like,
oof." But they came through.
They pulled through, bro.
yeah, I was definitely an Eagles fan that day.
And then to march down that street with all that chaos. I mean,
Yo.
like people getting out of their own cars, like y'all said. People,
Cars were still on.
that pickup truck that had
We did
40
not
people on it.
They,
was
bro,
like,
kids beat that truck up.
yeah,
We
they
did not
beat
get
that truck
half
up.
of what was going down
yeah.
on video.
We
at
went
all.
back to the crib when all the super wild shit started
Yeah.
going down.
Oh yeah. When like those kids like fell through the fucking roof of the Ritz
Yeah,
or whatever it
yep.
was, and then the damn we weren't even we didn't even get that far.
No.
To be real, we didn't even go to like the center of Philly
Yeah.
like that.
They went
We
all
just
the way
marched
to
down
the,
Broad Street.
Yeah,
but-
they took Broad Street to the museum. We didn't go to the museum.
No,
I
we
think
turned
we were close. We were probably like a mile out, but we had
Walking.
things to do the next day.
I'm a big guy. I don't walk miles.
I didn't even realize how far we were walking until we had to come back
We turned
through
around.
the crowd.
We took a
And I was
distance,
like,
bro.
whew.
Yeah.
That was a
And
distance.
then we had to like take
Dis-
that left to like get
Oh,
to
yeah.
all right onto our street, and that took a brick because
Yeah.
we were like we had to be like 4 or 5 blocks away.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it wasn't even like we had to lead the crowd, and then we were just like on our own.
And once we were on our own, and it wasn't too much chaos, because there was still people at the doorsteps and stuff shouting things out. But once there wasn't that much chaos, it was
Yeah,
kinda
low key.
like,
When we were walking, I noticed like the street lights were kind of shut off.
Yeah.
when we were walking, and I'm like,
yeah,
I don't know where we are.
Yep.
We're not from here.
Yep.
So let's just pray that everybody's in good spirits and doesn't want to fucking download their negative shit on us. And everyone was cool.
Yeah, no, fucking, I don't fucking know, but that shit was fucking wild.
A great time, the best time I've ever had.
So, Colin, how are you?
I'm good.
How are you, Colin?
I'm good. I'm good.
How are you, Colin?
I said I'm fucking good, man.
All right.
What the fuck is your problem?
All right, man.
Doesn't sound too good.
Sir, I'm gonna need you to calm down.
Sounds very hostile.
I'm cool. I'm
That's cool.
maxing, relaxing.
Cool and fooling, all that cool shit. So there's a lot of shit going on in the world. Where do we want to begin?
Well, I mean, I feel like everybody is on the topic. As soon as you say that, they think about the shooting. So I think we can address that one first.
True shit.
So I don't know all the bullet points of the shooting. I know some, but not all of them.
I know way too many bullet points.
I know all the defensive bullet points they took to try to clear his
Okay, so recap for me.
story.
September 2017, a young kid by the name of Nicholas Cruz goes onto YouTube, comments on a video of the very first school shooting in America back in 1966.
Mm-hmm.
He comments and says, "I'm going to recreate this." He says, "Fuck Antifa," which is like this like civil rights group, and says, "I will burn them all," or something like that. This is, I believe, after he was already expelled from the high school that he later on goes and does what he does. January 2018, his parents and people close to him report him to the FBI, as well as Discovery UK, the YouTube channel that posted the video, all reported him to the FBI, and nothing was even done. They didn't go to his house, they didn't follow up, they didn't do shit, and so come February 2018, February 14th, the kid goes into the school with AR-15 that he bought legally and shoots 30 plus people, killing 17 of them. My initial thoughts were, because when people get into these type of, first of all, let's take it back real quick. This is the 18th school shooting this year.
And we're only in February.
And this is the one that got this is even more despicable on all of us because this is the first one that got media link. I didn't even know they were 18.
Neither did I.
So the fact that it took 18 of these to even hit the media waves is crazy. So let's get that is what that is. Then we hear about it, we keep seeing it, and we figure out who it is, and it's this young white kid, 19 years old, named Nicholas Cruz. And from what I heard, he went to, after he did everything, he went to Subway and bought a drink, then went to McDonald's and bought food, and then was captured. I don't know how they found him in those predicaments or whatever the fuck, but as a good troubled young white man, he was not shot or anything like that, knowing that he had an AR-15 on site or anything like that, but that happened. So he gets taken to a hospital as well before he's taken to any sort of police station. And I know that because he was brought to the police station in a hospital gown, helicopter coverage, and police escort. Some newspaper, instead of putting that on their front page, because it would scare white people more, put a big old black face on their front page that said something like convicted felon is finally convicted for killing some cop, which is bad, but worse than one of the most mass school shootings ever? No, but when you can put a big black face on the front of your newspaper, what's going to sell more, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So he's already privileged out, after killing 17 people, after shooting up a high school. This is the near future. The near future, not even the future. The near future.
Mm-hmm.
And every news outlet is saying, he's a troubled youth. I heard he was an orphan. Didn't even realize that. I don't think I'd ever would hear the word orphan if this had been a black person or a Muslim or a Hispanic person. I'm sure if it was a black person or a Hispanic person or a Muslim person, we'd hear nothing about border control, or everything about border control, and everything about getting them out of here and
building a wall,
all this stuff. And and me and Con just watched a documentary of a bunch of white people burning a cross in the middle of the woods. That's gonna help.
Yeah.
That's gonna help their cause.
So we were watching a little sidebar, and then we'll get back to it. We were watching. It was like Viceland.
Yeah.
And it was this. It just has these wild scenarios.
Right.
Not scenarios because they're real, but just different things that go on. And this thing that we stumbled upon, it was like this struggle between the KKK, the Crips of Memphis, Tennessee, and the Memphis City Council. So that's where he got that from.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so back to your point.
So
Okay.
one of their big things that they love to do is dress up like idiots and go to the woods like idiots and burn up a cross like idiots, and somehow
And this is in Mississippi too.
Somehow this is going to rid the world of the wretched other colors that they're trying to get rid of. Which, sure, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. I hate this shit for real, because when I was first hearing about it, everyone's first instinct is to yell gun control and also tweet out their prayers and thoughts and stuff like that, and that's always fun, which it's great, say what you want to say, but that doesn't help anyone, because there's been 18 of these, and there'll be 18 more, unfortunately, and that'll be within the next 2 months, because if we're on the same track, that's how it's gonna work. But my whole thing was that gun control really doesn't stop people from getting guns illegally, and that's usually my thing when people start yelling gun control. That's not the case here. He got this perfectly legally, despite all the YouTube comments, despite being reported to the FBI, which is the biggest red flag.
Despite the receipts.
Yeah. He still walked into a gun store at the age of 19, which, in my opinion, that's number one wrong problem. 19 is still a child to me. I mean, my brother's 21, and I still look at him like he's a baby. Maybe
most kids are living at home at 19, so it's like, why would you need a gun?
I'm living at home when I'm 24, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You really shouldn't be having a gun until you're like 28.
Why would you need one?
See,
like, you know what I mean?
I get why people want their guns.
Yeah, but at 19, why would you need one at 19?
Why do you
we have a
why
strict
do you need
regulation.
AR-15?
We have a strict regulation on alcohol. When I say strict, I mean it's 21, right? You can smoke at 18. You can't drink until 21. So you have that. I don't really know what the age is for guns, but I mean he got it legally at 19.
It's 18.
It's 18.
It's
so
definitely 18.
as soon as you become an adult.
An adult.
But
quote
really,
unquote.
you're only an adult at 18 to the IRS. So actually, not even then. If your parents choose to claim you, then they claim you. You're just labeled an adult. You can be tried as an adult in court, but you can do that at 16 too. So I mean, like the age of 18 is just
18,
like
the law
irrelevant.
calls you an adult.
Yeah, it's irrelevant to me. Like 21, and studies have shown that like our brain doesn't even fully develop at 21, but 21, your sense of reasoning becomes more sound. Like it is, that's pretty much where the brain ends that part of it.
Yeah.
And you can
18-year-old is still a kid because I mean,
So-
like, I'm not. This is just an example.
Mm-hmm.
We know Vesta. She's 20 now.
Yeah. Could you imagine
Remember
20?
Vesta? Remember Vesta at 18?
Yeah.
Yeah, two completely different people.
Right.
It's
What is the
always,
Vesta now? Walking around with any type of gun. Is
Well,
crazy
that's
optic to
I
me.
wasn't trying to relate to the gun.
No,
It's
I
just
know,
like,
but
you
I'm
know,
just saying, like,
the
it's
reasoning.
It's that optic, though. It's
Yeah.
just like,
So, and I think gun control is part of the issue. I don't think it should be like the first thing, but you
gun
should
control
look and
is
say,
this issue.
well,
This issue right now
I mean,
is the problem.
of all the school shootings, if we had tighter gun control, meaning don't take guns away, make it harder to get the mental illnesses,
yeah.
like the checkpoints
If you have
to
any
getting
flags,
a gun.
bro,
Okay, make the wait time longer so it's not done off impulse. Make the age like higher. Make the see a therapist, go through checkpoints. Do something with tighter gun control. I bet it reduces the amount of.
you can't even
shootings
get a
that we have.
driver's license the same day.
Bruh, the driver's license period takes forever. I don't know if y'all
go in-
realize this.
You go in there, you do your 40 hours or whatever it is.
You got to take all those that test.
the
In
40
Virginia, you have to do a perfect, right? Perfect
Yeah.
signs. So you have to actually like do your study, like do your homework.
You do 40 hours, and then you don't even get your picture license. You
Nope.
get that stupid little piece of paper that you got to
Yeah.
carry around your
There
wallet.
needs to
And
be
then when
a-
you get pulled over, you got to show it to the cop.
Yep.
It
That
just has
little
to be a
piece of paper.
stricter, I guess, like a registration process.
Yeah, it
like
has
that,
to be
'cause I mean,
tighter.
like, I was talking about it because we were with Polly at Polly's crib yesterday, and I was talking about it with Zoe. I don't remember everything we said, but I don't like when people say that, like, that whole, like, guns don't kill people, or, you know, people do. And I'm like, all right, well, you know, if this guy was mentally ill, right? It's like, what the fuck was, if people do, like, then he wouldn't have fucking had, you know, needed a gun to fucking kill him.
Right. That's definitely not. Yeah, no. It's my thing is too. Take the gun control out of it. Why are we allowed to buy a weapon with the first name of a charge?
Oh, what?
Assault rifle. Why are we allowed to buy an assault rifle? Assault
See-
is illegal,
See, I know people
but
like
assault rifle is perfectly okay.
I know gun
For a
aficionados
19-year-old to
and
walk
stuff
into a
like
store
that.
and buy.
Like I know people who actually like guns, and I don't mind them. Like I'm not afraid of them, and I don't have a collection of them. But I would understand like if somebody limited one of my hobbies. It's a perfectly fine hobby. I'm not doing anything with it, but you
Yeah.
limited it out of fear. Like
I understand, but if it takes that guy, the guy with the hobby, 3 months to get it, I'm not worried about that guy.
right.
I'm worried about the
but that-
kid who's
it
walking
goes
into
back
the
to the
store and walking
regulation.
out with it.
But then, like, you have it, like, we don't really know a lot about mental health. Like, You
No,
think
we
we
don't.
do?
We don't.
You
We don't.
think we know about a lot about the mind or a decent amount, but we are nowhere
no,
close
not even
to
close.
understanding. So then it's like, well, what are the mental checkpoints? What mental blocks, should they have to clear in order to get that?
As far as this example goes, in my opinion, bro, like with this particular example, you go onto the internet and say, I'm going to recreate a school shooting.
That is,
Your house should be raided.
they had evidence and it just was ignored. And
Yeah,
your
they
house-
had receipts, bro. A bunch
Yeah.
of red flags that were just sitting out there, and niggas just skimmed by it.
now
the world
I'm
talks
going
about
to,
the world talks about the NSA all the time. They can easily figure out who that, because let's say there was no picture on the Nicholas Cruz YouTube account, but let's just say they know all our information, right? Alexa is fucking listening to us, right? All that shit, right? Everything's listening to us. They know our IP address,
I was
bro.
about to say your IP address does not. It's
Go
definitely
find that motherfucker, break into that shit, and be like, yo, you said this, so we're raiding your house real
Yeah.
quick to find the gun that you're going to shoot up the school with that you keep talking about.
Yeah.
Your house should be fucking raided, bro. That's bullshit.
Now I'm going to
Watch
do
what
two
you
things.
say.
I'm going to trash Trump, and then I'm going to give him a little bit of praise.
Go.
So, Trump repealed the mental health blocks that Obama put in place for the gun control.
Right.
We were just talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know everything about that bill, but that to me was like, oh yeah, got rid of a roadblock. He's been attacking everything Obama's been doing, so it's not surprised that he went after another repeal.
No.
But at the same time, he actually said something negative towards how the situation was handled. And
right.
and to
That was
them
dope.
and so far every time something's happened with the white population, Trump's relatively
way
silent
from
and or
Oh, wait,
like
so what
taking
It
taking
took,
say?
him, it took him a
But
long time.
this time-
this time. So it was right after. It was a lot. It was before a lot of information I just spewed off came out, but it was right. It was basically his like initial reaction.
Yeah.
Was like, apparently this kid had been. I'm paraphrasing. Apparently this kid had been expelled. Like things like this need to be reported to officials immediately. Like no wait time. But it came out later that he did actually, like people did around him, like did report stuff, and the FBI did nothing. Which is, I'm glad Trump said that. You know what I mean? Like I'm really glad Trump said something like that, because that is one of the issues, is that people see things and nothing was said.
Yeah.
This time, people saw stuff, they said stuff, and nothing was done.
Yeah.
That's a huge problem.
Yep.
Another huge problem. And but I'm with you though that Trump said that.
And
If that had been the particular situation, that if, with more information known now, then hell yeah, I'm glad that he's at least on top of it, especially this being a white kid.
yeah. And that was kind of shocking, but then in classic political fashion, he said the FBI is spending too much time on the Russia probe. So if y'all don't think Trump's a
love how he-
politician, bro, y'all are
Yo.
wrong. Trump is a politician.
I
That's
gotta give him to
classic.
that, because that's awesome.
Yeah, I mean,
Because it's just
that's
'cause
he
he's
finds
listen,
those shit.
Listen, straight up, he basically said, if y'all weren't spending so much time on me, you would have
You
found
would've
this kid.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's a great point.
I mean, it's just like, bro, if y'all don't,
That's some real shit. Like, granted, we should be spending a lot of time on Trump, but if you weren't spending so much time on
Yeah.
me, you could have gone and figured this kid's house
Yeah.
out real quick.
how do you have a hotline that tips are reported to and you don't follow up on the tips whatsoever? It
How
wasn't
many
even just
FBI
like an initial
agents are
probe.
sitting up in damn? What isn't FBI right in Quantico?
Yeah.
How many of them are sitting in the office just twiddling their fucking thumbs? Go to fucking Florida real
Bruh.
quick and check it out.
Give a call. Hey, there's a tip on this one. Do you know?
Oh
you
yeah,
said you
delegate
have-
it. Delegate
I
it.
bet it wasn't
Send-
anonymous tips because they weren't afraid, or they were afraid for their life. But it wasn't like, oh, if he finds out my name through the FBI, then I'm gonna. No, this is one man. Like, they probably
Dude.
said, look, this is my number. This is this is
Yep.
my name. This guy, this guy, name in bold is
FBI
crazy.
could literally call the Broward County Sheriff Department, and that guy's been fucking vocal. I don't know if y'all been seeing
yeah,
the sheriff. He's been dope, but they could have easily called that guy, right, and been like, all right, look, we got this kid Nicholas Cruz. He's at this house. y'all should go check him out because he keeps on YouTube. He's been reported by his fucking mom.
Yep.
He was reported by his mom. Right?
Okay.
And no one took that serious? Come on. I know fucking people.
The mother is
I know
like,
people
yo,
who fight with their mom and call
get
their
your
parents.
mans. The mom is saying,
But
get
then,
your boy.
Yeah.
like
Whose
one
mans is
of
this?
his defenses, they were like because the mom died from the flu, and they were like that sent him over the edge into the massacre.
I don't care what sent him over the edge.
Yeah, so
he killed
like
17 people.
so, yeah, I don't know. I don't
No one asked what sent the
I
black
don't
guy
get
over
why
the
everyone
edge.
keeps wanting us to like sympathize
to
with him.
defend him.
Like,
Like,
nah, man.
No one
bruh,
ever
I'm
asked what sent the fucking people who flew into the buildings. What sent them over the edge?
Yeah, like
no one cares, bro.
there's no-
I don't care about what sent this kid over the edge. He
Yeah, I don't
killed
care about. I don't
17
care about the cause, man.
Yeah,
My sister's in fucking middle school, bro. I don't care what sent that kid over the edge at
I'm
all.
telling you, like
I care nothing. I care about what he gets when this is all over.
And I was actually shocked because I think Mariah told me about this, and she was like, I was like, all right, so let me guess. Let me guess. He fucking shot himself after he shot everybody, right? She goes, no, they
fucking
got
wish.
him. I was like, wait, what? They
He's
actually
healthy.
caught him? Like, holy shit.
They caught him alive and took him to the hospital real quick to make sure he was okay, and then took him to the police station.
But
Like a
I wasn't
Good
surprised.
Samaritan.
Once I knew it was okay. People are like, oh yeah, everything's a race thing now. But if you're not seeing the way
Come on,
that
man.
these are treated, like the drastic differences in the way these are handled, then you're just blind, and you're willingly blind. Like you just don't want to see it because it's obviously a thing. Remember the guy that went into the black church and shot up everybody?
Oh,
And
in Charleston.
and then they, he's well and healthy, and, alive.
Yeah,
And, yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
Unless they take themselves out, they're pretty much walking out of that situation.
Yep. And we know they have real guns, not toy guns, like the little boy that got shot with the toy gun.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, come on,
No.
you just got to see these things. But it's sad. Definitely prayers to the Florida families that have to deal with this. Even more personally.
There was a shooting in Florida not too long ago, like maybe a year or two ago. Remember wasn't in Florida when like the gay club got shot up?
Yeah, Orlando.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's a wild west out in Florida, man.
It's the whole United States,
Fucking,
bro.
yeah,
The whole
fucking
United States.
everywhere.
It's not just Florida. It's you're only hearing about Florida, but
Yeah.
really the whole United
Yeah.
States. Like I said, there's been 18 of these, and just in schools. I've heard there's more mass shootings everywhere else.
I mean, yeah, the gay club doesn't even count as part of your 18.
No,
Well, that was last year. Are
no,
you talking about this year?
from January
From
1st
January 1st,
to
yeah. So
February
that's not even.
14th, there's
yeah.
been 18 mass shootings in schools.
Yeah.
No, like even narrower than
Yeah.
what
So
you would think.
from, like,
Not
last-
just mass
no.
shootings in schools.
And that's 2018. That's 2018. We
My thing
haven't
is
even-
too, bro. The biggest thing that would stop all this shit is the fact that we had a school officer, right, Deputy Burgess.
Yeah.
Oh, she was great.
She needs
Yeah.
4 Deputy Burgesses up in the school every
Yeah, man. Deputy Burgess got it popping.
school,
Yeah.
bro. And they're the ones who need the AR-15s on some real shit.
We didn't even have a gun thing, and we had
No.
fucking a deputy in our thing.
Yeah,
like, bro.
Yeah.
'Cause the-
Deputy Burgess was the head honcho.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the solutions that I hear, the bullshit solutions, are like, let students have guns, let teachers have guns. I
saw that.
I do not want more civilians with
weapons,
no
or-
knowledge of weapons, bro.
And-
at
and
all.
then-
I don't need a teacher with a gun, bro.
Bro,
No.
I don't need. Also, I mean, like partially, I don't even know if I want the officers in the school, like the deputy, to have a gun. I don't want your subjective mind to force you to make an irrational decision.
That's
and
what I'm
take
saying,
a
bro.
life.
Because you'll never know who'll snap.
I don't know
That's
anybody
fact.
that hasn't been subdued by a
understand
taser. I know they got beanbag fucking guns. Like, bruh, there's ways to subdue people
Yeah, stun, not
without
kill.
killing them.
My point was
So-
too. Also, is like, how many cops do you see? Like, because let's take it further. The public schools are run by the county, right? Stafford County Public Schools. That's where we are right now.
Mhm.
Prince William County Public Schools, right? Counties also have their own police departments.
Mm-hmm.
How many of those county police departments send their cops to sit in parking lots all day? Why the fuck are they not just chilling outside the schools?
Mm-hmm.
Because look, if nothing happens at the school, then you get called over to do something else. Just leave the school. That's fine.
And it's
but
definitely
at least be somewhere where you're valuable. You know what I mean? Like I would much rather have 4 cops sitting outside of a school, watching around the school, because they don't really have to be inside the school. So that'll like solve your guys' thing. Is what you're saying. Is like, I don't want people inside the school with a gun. I get that. But if they're outside the school, they can't really do much, you know, as far as that goes. But if they're just sitting out there, at least they can fucking see when some fucking tall white kid or whatever white kid with the AR-15's walking in there, and they can figure that shit out before he even walks in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that should be everywhere. Like, how many times I've seen fucking a cop sitting on the fucking road outside my house?
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing here? Go to the
Yeah,
school's in session, bro. Go sit
Yeah.
over there. Like, higher security in schools is like
It's
number one.
definitely
Because honestly, and the point is too is like how many fucking officers were outside of that Redskins game we went to in September? How many fucking times have we gone to a club and there's mad security? How many times have we gone to just anything? It's just blown security, but there's children in these buildings 5 days out of the 7 weeks.
Yeah.
Or 7 days.
I mean,
And there's no one over there.
it's
except
definitely
one
like
little cop.
resource allocation, but like you think about it, when you go to the club or the Redskins game or something, that's a private thing, and they're actually mandated for that amount of security. Plus, if something goes down there, they lose money.
But
With
these
the
are
public school systems, the government budgeting. I mean, schools, they actually like spend as little money as possible until the last bit of the fiscal year, and they blow their budget
But my
because they're
thing
going to
is,
get a whole fresh one. Like it's like
the county government already has these county officers on payroll.
Yeah.
Might as well stick them in a building that's county regulated.
yeah. Yeah.
That's my thing. There's no budget involved when you're just sticking them in a different place than they were before.
I mean, and you know, a crazier thing is like you go, find me a black school that has had a mass school shooting.
I've never even heard of a black person doing a school shooting. Which is
It's
another
not there.
thing.
I mean, like
There might be a few isolated incidents.
I'm sure there's something
isolated,
going on.
but
I'm sure it's happened.
it's not. But
But
you go to Baltimore
I've
and they
never
got
seen
metal detectors in their school,
Sure do.
like at the entrances. So it's like, oh no, there's a fear here, but it's like, is there really?
Is there a fear?
Is there actually? So.
Because they already got their own share of shit going on outside of the school. It's like no.
By
point
the
in
way,
bringing
do
it
white
in.
people know that white people are killing other white people? Because that'd be a terrible thing to show all the white people if they weren't already hip. Like, I'm
I'm letting you
White-
cook, bro. I'm
white people
watching y'all. I'm
white
letting you
people are
cook.
killing white people. Wouldn't you want that to stop white people?
No. It goes into the
You're all worried about black people killing white people.
yeah.
Yet there's white people killing white people, and you got nothing going on with it. Where's the troubled troubled stories of the 17 people that were killed?
Yeah.
Where are those stories?
Yeah.
I want to hear those. I don't give a fuck about Nicholas Cruz. I want to know about who he killed.
But
No one knows their names. Do you have name one of the victims?
I know the mom,
can't
the
do it.
Jewish mom, that's been very vocal.
I don't
but
know
that's
a
I've
it.
single
seen
name.
a couple of the surviving students talking, and I still really don't even know their names.
I don't know their
And I don't even know that sheriff's name that I just bigged up like 5 minutes ago. I
But-
don't even know his name.
You know, like
But I know the fucked up kid's name.
I've been
The troubled orphan.
I've been reading a lot of this year. I finished 3 books. My like New Year's goal is just to read like a lot. And so one of the things I'm reading is like changing my mentality to be more productive. So, and one of the things they said, one guy he is like, stop watching the news. Don't watch the news. You don't want negativity in your life, and the news is fear. They
All
are
facts.
all fear. So we don't hear the survivors' names. We don't hear like the kind of lighter side of it. Not really lighter. They still died, but it's kind of like
The brighter side.
Yeah,
The silver
The
lining.
glass half full part.
Right.
because that headline isn't gonna bring us in. It's not gonna be like respects to somebody we don't
We
know.
all
and pull
see
us in,
17 people killed,
Killed.
and we glue
Yep.
We are glued
see
in.
we see the absolute worst of that story, and it's
and we're like, oh my god, it's a car crash, and we can't look away.
Yep, but it
exactly
happens.
What it is every day
on every single news outlet. They are the head topics are fear.
Why are we also afraid to follow other countries in their fucking good admirations? Australia did a whole gun control sweep or whatever the fuck they did a couple years ago. Not one.
Because I think the last shooting in Australia was like in 1990
when they did the ban.
Yeah,
but let's be honest, the United States is never going to ban their guns. The United States is about choice.
Oh, I know.
They're not going to eliminate one of the first things that we established here. So,
right to
but
bear arms.
but tighter regulations is possible. I mean, you don't see other countries with like this much. It happens. It's going to happen. We're never going to stop. Even if they acquire illegally, people are like, well, they'll still acquire illegally, but it's harder. So
well, I don't even know how to control that. I don't know how to control the illegal shit.
You don't control illegal actions. If somebody wants to do something illegal, they will do something illegal.
Yeah.
Like,
It's just the black market's way too big. I can go get a fucking kidney right now.
Yeah, you don't really. You don't control illegal actions. You make it harder to.
The fact that this kid walked into a store and walked out with what he wanted is crazy. Especially with all the fucking flags. I can't believe it. On some real shit. I really don't. I don't get it. Like,
sad. It's really sad. So let's hit a lighter thing before bringing us back into some topics. So
I'm starting a new show.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I made
we make it about
we're
him.
about promotional
about
things
him.
now, right now. Okay, Nick. Take the floor.
Yeah.
No,
Tell us
go
more
ahead, go
about
ahead.
you.
What
Nick.
is this?
We're sitting in here in this podcast that's named after you.
Yeah.
So let's keep talking about you.
It's-
That was
Go
so
on.
selfish of me. I'm so sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Oh no, man, it's cool. I was just
You guys are just
wanna,
a part of this
go for it,
podcast
man.
as
Go
I
for
am.
it.
No, go ahead.
You're good.
Go ahead.
Word around town.
What around
that-
town? I've been fucking your bitch. What around town, Leon Knight hitting switch?
That's where it's from.
What around town, Leon Knight
If
hitting
anyone,
licks?
if anyone knows why I named it Word Around Town, it's because when we were like really starting out, that's like one of the first when we would freestyle.
That's how we learned how to freestyle.
Yeah, we just say Word
That's
Around
how we learned
Town.
because we couldn't freestyle word dick. And then when we started hanging out like with Leon and Q, they would do their bass freestyles, and Leon and JL and Noose will always be like Word Around Town. That's how you. That's how you. That's like when you shit at freestyle. It's easier to come up with shit. It gives you time to think.
Because Word Around Town takes up like the whole line.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
so you only have to do
Yeah, bro. That's how we learned how to freestyle.
Word
It's
Around
like that-
Town, I've been fucking your bitch.
what do you call
I'm
it?
getting the lick.
But the thing was, Nick told me about this maybe a year or two ago. He was like,
yeah.
I want to one day do a TV show and call it Word Around Town. And I was like, that's fucking tough as shit.
So it's a new interview series. I'm back to interviewing people. I haven't announced the guest, but I'll tell my podcast people. My first guest is Tranquility.
That guy.
Very talented singer from Woodbridge. Shout out to him.
Bro,
Hilarious, by the way.
respect to him too. He's always on his.
Dude, he's one of my favorite people, dude.
Right, yeah.
Oh, he's
I
a
love
good
him.
dude,
I haven't
bro.
talked
Yeah,
to him in a minute either,
yeah.
so I'm actually waiting to talk to him until
Yeah,
that day.
yeah.
So we have a lot to talk about.
I've
Because
been texting him on and off the last couple of days.
Yeah, I've only been texting to schedule, and then they're like, all right, man, so I'll see you, and then I'm literally letting the time build between us so that we when March 3rd comes around.
He is a great human being, and
he's dope, man.
he is hilarious.
And
he is hilarious.
his music
Super
is nice.
talented.
His music is tough. So
Yeah, so Tranquility, can't wait to see you, bro. March 3rd, at One Love Massive. Shout out to them.
and I think he listens to every show too. So hire one of the brand.
Hey,
He listens to every show, really?
Yeah, he
Oh, shout out to
commented
him.
and he was like, "Yeah, man, I'm on the 3rd episode." I was like,
Hey.
"I didn't even know you watched, bro."
That's a lot of time dedicated.
Yeah,
Dude, if you're really a fan of the show, you got
Bro.
a lot of time on your hands, and I fuck with it. You know what I mean?
you've already listened to 8 hours.
Yeah. You have a lot of time on your hands,
just
and
us
you're
with our
dedicating it
little
to
fucking
us.
opinions.
Yeah.
That's dope. But shout out to you, bro. So March 3rd, up at One Love Massive. I'll be in DC. I'm still tired of doing interviews, but I'm gonna do them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really taking submissions for this stupid show. I'm not doing it. I'm talking to
Just
who I want
find the people you want.
I'll talk to who I want to talk to, bro. Because honestly, bro, here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna submit to my show. I'm not gonna know who you are. I'm not gonna be interested in you, and the interview's gonna suck. because
if you even show up to the interview. 'Cause
If you even show up.
Flakers, oh my god.
oh boy, don't even get me started.
Yeah, are you ready for that shit again? Are you ready for niggas to like
People should not
for
show
niggas
up.
who like don't watch your shit to be like put
Put
me
me
on
on
your
the- put me
show
on, put
and
me
then
on.
not show up and then be like fuck him.
Yeah,
You ready for that again?
Yeah, no, I'm ready. I'm all. Yeah, I know what I signed up for. I know I did.
Yeah, okay. As long as you know.
It's just in DC now.
It's so funny, bro. Like the logic of niggas, bro. They're
It's-
like, we don't
it
listen
was.
to his show, but he better put us on there.
Yeah.
And and then like if
They
he was,
don't listen.
then they don't show up.
They get scheduled,
me.
they flake, and then they get mad at me when I don't like them for it.
It's
Like,
wild.
Oh, well,
It's
you haven't
really
listened
wild.
to a single fucking episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Word Around Town, March 3rd. One Love Massive. Shout out to y'all.
Word around town, I'll be out with the crew.
Word Around Town.
Word around town, Leon Knight fucks your boo.
Lovelace News. We're doing a digital magazine.
Yes.
The cover I put out is not the first cover. It's just a promo.
Oh, I thought it was.
No.
Nah, because I peep like it looks like when I'm in there, it
Yeah.
looks fucked up. So I'm like, this can't be the cover.
Yeah, I was
no,
like,
no.
huh. I wonder if he saw.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to do something like semi-artsy for the
Oh,
cover.
okay.
And like all that shit I just like kind of made up. And you kind of like,
So
if you
just a
look at it
promo.
closely, look at the details, it's like, it looks like a promo.
But
for
what
it.
about like the headlines? Because I was actually like, oh, you got some good content.
I'm gonna interview him for the magazine. That's definitely like, I'm gonna interview him for that stuff.
Okay.
Sounded like an uncle when you said, "Oh, that's some good."
And I'm gonna have like at the end of the magazine, I'm gonna do like every time, because I'm gonna do like a from the desk of Lovelace thing where I do like a little spiel
Yeah.
at the end of it. So I'll do some stuff for that.
Okay. What about like ad
but,
spots in there?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get ad spots right now. Actually, when this comes out, so this comes out literally President's Day. If you listen on Monday, President's Day, I'm doing a President's Day sale, 50% off on ad space right now. That ends President's Day though, 2018. So if you're listening after President's Day, you missed out. But I can still do ad space. If you have a brand or company, whatever the fuck, whatever you want to fucking advertise in my magazine, hit me up. The magazine will be free. It's not. I'm not charging anybody for it. It's all online. I was trying to find a way to monetize that shit, and I just couldn't fucking do it. So I just figured, let's just make it free. So just like I'm gonna post like a link on IG and stuff like that. But if you want it like earlier than everybody else, shoot an email to lovelacemagazinesubmissions@gmail.com. Honestly, if you want to go to the Boredom website and tell them you want a magazine too, fucking let me know.
Yeah.
And we'll work you out
Yeah.
to that thing too.
Wabble-dee dabble-dee.
Honestly, if you hit any three of us up and be like, give me a magazine,
Yeah.
they'll just send it back to me. So,
Yep.
It's 2018. We all know how to get in contact with each other. It's not like there's one way to do everything.
We all know
there's
how to
multiple
hip-hop.
ways to get in touch with me. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, so it's gonna be dope. There's gonna be health tips in there. All my writers are gonna have their own individual stories like they usually do. I'm gonna do some interviews, some in-depth interviews on there. I'm going to do like some artist profile stuff. I'm gonna do all sorts of stuff, and then I'm gonna come up with some different stuff as well. It's gonna look very colorful, very artsy.
And it's
very,
all like DMV, right?
Yeah. I mean, there's not like a scope on it like that, but like
But there should be though.
the brand is Virginia based,
Yeah.
and so like in people, because of where I'm at in my life, people know
So
where
it's
I'm
gonna be
from.
mostly DMV, but you can have some outside.
Yeah, like if I find some,
in
like
there.
one of my writers is from Ohio.
Yeah, you're not
You know what I mean? Like,
restricting.
yeah,
You're
like
not
one of my writers is
restricting.
from Ohio. Shout out to Stowe. Like he lives out there, and so I'm definitely not DMV based. The brand's not DMV based at all. We're born in Virginia, and that's basically the extent of it. And from like most of my writers are in DC. I got a guy in LA. Like it's but
I don't know.
as far as the artists and stuff goes, Wonton's gonna do like a top 10 list. Shout out to Wonton.
All bangers.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do all sorts of shit in the magazine. Then that's every seasonal and quarterly. So every season, literally March 20th is actually the first day of spring. So every day, first day of winter, first day of fall, first day of summer, you're gonna get a magazine. So that's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fucking super hard.
Yeah, it's dope.
I'm still trying to figure out how to do it all. I have to learn PDF still. But I'm excited for both things. Con, you dropped Uno in the last like 2-3 weeks, right?
Yeah, I did. I dropped a
2-3
brand
weeks.
spanking
How's
new
it doing,
song.
bro?
It's doing all right. I mean, like
Doing right.
it's doing all right. I'm getting a lot of like texts and like DMs of people who really like the song and shit
Yeah,
like that.
it was
Like,
fun to listen to.
It's the first song that like my
Definitely
fam-
fucking different.
It's the first song that like my brother and my cousins ever listened to of me. So
That's dope.
I'm getting like more people are hitting my phone more about it.
Yeah.
Word.
But yeah, it's doing all right.
It was fun to listen to. If you haven't checked it out, definitely go check that out.
Yeah.
Any GG bro news?
So
Yeah.
Oh, go on.
Oh. Kellen and I. Well, so Gigi Bro's been out of stall. Y'all. Let me
Y'all
put
know
this
about
out there.
GG bro?
So I missed last week due to my health. My health has
Yes.
been.
Oh yeah, you had a headache. We told them.
Yeah. My health has been a thing for a while. These headaches are just a new symptom of what's going on. I don't sleep. And people are like, "Oh, you don't sleep because you go do all these business moves." Well, yes. But I do try to sleep. So, I actually am like suffering through what I think is like sleep deprivation. So there's symptoms coming along with that, and I've been trying to decrease my workload. So every single project that I've had my hand in has kind of been slower because I want to live longer. And I think that's fair to ask, right?
Yeah. Right.
So
I don't think he's being greedy. I don't think he's being.
I don't think you're being selfish in that regard.
So with that, I want to say definitely everybody listening, protect your health, bro. Eat better, sleep. Your body needs sleep.
Water. Drink
water.
All
Please,
the stuff
water.
you're grinding for is not going to happen if you die.
It's not going to get
Bruh,
anywhere. So
I'm so tired of niggas being like, bruh, what's your secret? And like fucking, it's like, bruh, all you got to do is just eat right. Don't eat a fucking lot.
Yeah.
And just drink water, bro. And
Portion-
niggas can't do the bare minimum, bro.
portion-
Y'all are
move a little
lazy.
water.
Y'all are lazy.
Yeah, you don't have to go to the extremes. I'm at an extreme right now. I'm eating 1 meal a day. I don't eat carbs. I
doing the
really
same.
don't eat sugar.
I'm eating 1 meal a day.
Yeah.
I'm not doing all the like. I stay away from sugar.
Right.
I don't think I'm staying away from carbs like that.
Mm.
But I am eating 1 meal a day
Yeah.
because that's how I lost 35 pounds last year.
I mean, that the intermittent fasting is really, really healthy for you. There's a lot of stuff. I'm not going to dive deep. I'm not going to bore you all with the details. But if you're interested in it, look it up. It is not dangerous. Well, it can get dangerous if you don't drink your water. Like you got to drink a fuckload of water, please. And
I eat like a small breakfast.
yeah.
And then like I just ate like this is probably the
Performers.
worst example. I had an apple fritter.
Performers, rappers, singers. It is not cool to be out of breath at a show.
At all, bro.
Yeah,
Bruh,
so condition yourself.
Condition yourself, bro. Hit
Yeah,
the
bro.
gym. Hit the gym. When you're not at work, when you're off that day, fucking go to the gym. If you can't go to the gym, go on a run or something. Get that cardio up, bro. It is not fly to be out of breath on stage.
Rap while you on
2
a
songs
treadmill.
deep in a 20-minute set.
Rap while you on a treadmill, bro.
Yeah, bro. Dead
On some real
ass.
shit. I be telling every rapper when I see them.
I'm going to the gym after I leave here.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, bro.
bro, I'm telling you, it is a bitch.
Lily, do your set's usually as long as the time you're on a treadmill, right?
Yeah, man.
Fucking go rap your set while you're on the treadmill.
Fucking
In your ear. Put the fucking thing in
John
your ear.
Burgess, Deputy Burgess' son.
Yeah.
Fucking I was at the gym. I saw him at the gym like maybe a month ago.
Uh-huh.
And that was my first time seeing him in a while. First of all,
Yeah.
he's still like a fucking giant, but he's lost a significant amount of weight.
I think I saw him at Walmart.
And
looked
I was
good.
telling him, I was like, yeah, dude, like I'm in the gym now because like I'm trying to. What I was just saying, I was like, yeah, like I'm doing shows and shit, and I don't like being out of breath. You know what I mean? And at this point, I was going to the gym for like 2 months at this point. So he was like, he just shows me. He's like, little simple shit that I didn't even think of. Like it's as hard as you make it.
Yeah.
Dude.
The whole process of just like getting in shape, it's as difficult as you make it. And I'm so tired of like niggas asking me like what to do to get in shape, and I tell them, and they're just like, they don't fucking commit. It's like, dog, it's not hard.
You either want it or you don't. But
That's all. It's like if you're not doing the simple shit that I told you, you don't want it.
Yeah.
Enough.
I think like half your friends too are going to the gym. Go with them real quick.
Yeah.
See, I mean, like,
you have more people in your life active than you think.
Because I remember when I first started going to the gym, I was going in groups. It was a lot easier to go
Yeah.
because it was just like we were kind of hanging out, but we were still at the gym.
And then eventually, like people have this thing where they don't want to let other people down. Like if you're a decent person, you're like, damn, what is he gonna think about me if I don't show up at this gym? So it kind of it's like an accountability thing too.
It's a discipline thing too.
Yeah,
it's a discipline.
Oh, you
thing.
gotta be disciplined to do it. I mean, because I'll be honest, I don't go to the gym.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Look, I remember when me and Zane used to work out together, and I remember like there was like for like a week, they would come to, Nick included. They would come to my crib, and we would work out because we were getting ready for the I think it was the Unbox show, and I remember like we were like, Nick, like we really be working out, bro. Like we really be working out. He was like, yeah, I'll do it. Like, so we're like going on our run, and Nick's just like going at his own pace, and I'm like, bro, why the fuck is he walking? And Zane's like, bro, like he does not do this. You got to remember that. And I was like,
bro.
Yeah, true shit.
But also like my day job, like I walk up hills.
Yeah,
I walk up
and then
fucking
and he did like
I'm
the
a land
surveying
surveyor.
shit too. So
Yeah.
we were like,
I'm a land surveyor, so I do work out like every day basically. Yeah. So it's like it's not like in the gym for an hour.
Yeah.
Like I'm walking up hills for 8 hours a day.
Yeah.
man, the way it is now, the way like, because I've been going to the gym on and off since like 10th grade.
Yeah.
And I think it wasn't until November I was like, all right, every time I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go to the gym and I'm gonna like stick with it this time, and I fall out by the second week. This time I was like, I'm gonna be for real. Like, I'm not gonna bullshit. I need to get in shape. Like, it's not fly to be tired
Not at all.
early in your set. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna fucking stick with it. So since November, I've just been fucking pushing. And the thing that people don't like learn is the more you do it, the easier. BoJack Horseman.
Such a
BoJack
habit.
Horseman.
Yeah.
I think it was the end of the second season.
BoJack needs to start paying us.
Listen, for real. So that like at the end of the second season, like for the whole second season, there's like this baboon that runs by his house. You probably seen him already, but like he jogs by his house every morning. The end of the second season is BoJack like he's like, all right, I'm gonna fucking get in shape, like I always say I do.
Yeah.
And he's like he starts running and he falls down,
And then
and the baboon runs by and
Yeah.
he goes, it gets easier. And BoJack goes, what? And this is what made me get in the gym. He goes, it gets easier. You just have to do it every day.
Yeah.
That's the hard part. And I was
Mhm.
just like, shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, I'm going to fucking stick with it this time.
Yeah.
And people don't realize, like, the easier, the more you go to the gym, the less, like, fucking tiring it is. Because when me and Zane used to work out together, we would go running. And we would run around this whole neighborhood. And it used to be murder. But then it got to a point where we did it so much that it wasn't shit. To the point where, like, we would start our workout with the run and then end it with another run. Like, you just have to, it's all about discipline, bro.
Yeah.
That's what it's about.
But to wrap, just summarize everything. Just take care of your health and be disciplined about it.
Even
You
if we
want to
missed
live
a
long.
podcast.
Everybody wants to live long. All of these products, your vitamins, all that, blah, blah, blah. That's all to live
very
longer. So I know y'all want to live long. You just take the steps.
I'm saying, bro, none of your grinding and all that shit matters if you're dead.
Yep, absolutely. So then going back to GG, bro.
All right.
Kellen and I have decided that we're going to stream as a co-op thing. So
Word.
all the co-op games, I mean, from 2 players to 8 players, 16 players, not MMOs, but like co-op,
Right, right.
actual base games. We're going to be streaming now and posting that out there. And GG Bro has a community right now, but like I said, I took my hand out of it a little bit, so it kind of dwindled. But we'll be putting out a bunch more content. We're actually streaming today too.
I've never asked you, Bogans.
Sunday.
Have you ever played Rainbow Six Siege?
I have it, and we haven't played it. That's one of the games.
So
that we
right
gotta
now,
play.
like they have free weekend, and they
Yeah.
did like a YouTube ad. It got me really excited to play the game again.
Yeah.
I'm about to go buy it because I lost
Rainbow
it.
Six Siege.
Yeah,
I gave mine to Dylan.
Yeah, I had it and I lost it. So like I'm gonna have to like go buy it.
Yeah,
I feel like I
that,
slept on that game, bro. Because I remember when I was working at Quantico, my coworkers bought me that game
I used
just
to
so I could
love
play
that
with
fucking
them.
game.
I
bro.
slept on it super hard. I was like, Rainbow Six. This is the dumbest concept
Nah,
I ever
dude.
heard of.
Yeah, but then I
it
actually
looks-
played. It's not a bad game. I just couldn't keep up with it. I was just
Yeah.
like, everyone else is like, it's a fucking diamond in the rough, and I'm
Yeah.
just like,
But also,
That
it'd be
and-
one of those games to like stream though.
Yeah,
because like,
that's what we're gonna do. I bought it, and
well, let me join in.
Yeah.
Are you playing on Xbox?
we can play on Xbox.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Because I want to.
Xbox, PS4. Hello.
Most of our
Hold on, no. He couldn't even put a disc in a PS4 yesterday. My
Oh,
boys,
my
shout out to
goodness.
Paulie. They got a PS4 over there, and he's like,
yo, I
Oh,
don't
you were
even
awake
know.
for that?
Yeah, I watched all that.
I have an
bro.
Xbox One.
He was like, yo, Wonton, help me out. I got no idea how to work this shit. It was so funny. They're like, what? You thought it looked like a fucking an old person. With
I
an
told him I was
iPod.
like, all right, Wonton, you got to help me out, bro, because I'm an Xbox One man, so I don't know how a PS4 works at all.
It was so funny looking at like he was like you know like I was gonna bite him. Like, I was like, yo, it's not.
Oh my.
That shit
But
was
yeah.
funny, though.
I know this nigga was awake for that. I thought he was asleep.
Yo, all fair. Let's figure that out.
God.
I want to play that.
Yeah, I mean,
wanna
we're
play Siege again. It's
mainly.
probably like $40 now. It's probably not expensive anymore.
No, it's definitely not expensive. Mainly,
It's
well,
old now.
it's
You could probably get a used copy at GameStop
for the low.
You know what I'm saying, bro.
For the low. And
It's
GameStop
like-
doesn't raise their prices when more content comes out. They just charge you for the content. So like
Facts.
your used copy of the core game is going to be low. But mainly we're going to be playing on PC, but both of us do have the Xbox, so we will have we're going to probably do our Fortnite shit off
I
of
still haven't touched
PC and
Fortnite.
So I haven't
Xbox.
touched
Bro,
Fortnite.
play Fortnite. Okay,
I'm not home a
yeah,
lot.
it and it's hard. It's going to be hard for us to push out content.
Like I
'cause
haven't played Destiny in like 2 weeks.
I am
Yeah.
I have not played
Yeah.
Destiny in a while.
well,
Like
good.
I'm under GG Bro as a Destiny player.
It's
I
wild,
haven't
bro,
played
because
Destiny.
I remember, bro, I was deep in Destiny for a grip. I'm like, wow, I'm really fucking
I'm
into
still
this.
deep into it. I pay attention to it. I just like when Tuesday comes
Haven't
around, I'm
touched
like, am I gonna play it? No.
I haven't touched it. I'm back to playing Fallout.
Oh yeah, you still don't fuck with Destiny, huh?
Bro,
That's
Destiny's
so wild.
a piece of shit.
Come
But
on, bro. You know what I thought I'd be playing right now by now?
Yeah.
Battlefront 2.
Same.
I thought I'd be playing it. That's not good either.
I'm not a Star Wars fan, and
Oh,
to me,
right,
the
yeah.
only appeal to Battlefront games has been because it's Star Wars.
You know,
so.
Battlefield and Battlefront look exactly like.
It's EA,
Shout out to
isn't
EA
it?
and Dice. EA and Dice, man.
Yeah.
The same game.
Can we do this top 5 now?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
You want to do the top 5?
I'd like to.
Bring it out.
It's time to go live.
Real hip hop.
Oh,
All right, guys, it's time to go live. We're gonna go live. Khan's gonna go on Instagram, Javon's gonna go on Facebook, and I'm gonna go on Twitter. And we're gonna talk about what are we talking about?
I'm on Instagram.
Yes, you are.
Yes, sir. Okay, let's do it. We're gonna talk about.
I think so. Are you on Twitter? Hold on. Fuck. Yeah, you are on Twitter. Or you're on Instagram. Sorry, I'm confused. Yes.
bring a friend. Oh, I'm gonna put y'all in the.
I'm
So
gonna plug
I'm
real
going
quick.
up on Facebook. If you have me on Facebook, if you don't, you can send a friend request and I might add you.
Javon
But
Bogans,
yeah, Javon Bogans,
the third of
Wait, are you really the third?
Fairfax.
No, I'm.
Oh, I was about to say, damn, there's 2 more of you.
Lord
Why?
of Fairfax.
Okay.
Okay.
So
How do we do this?
I'm on live.
Oh,
You're
on
you're
now,
live now.
Mm-hmm.
Look at
Okay.
you.
Okay, you're ahead of the game.
What is this called again? Top with your
Top 5 debut albums. Was it rap albums?
Yeah,
just,
top five rap.
top 5 debut albums.
I mean,
of
you
the
can do
last 5 years.
you can do debut. It doesn't have to be.
So I told people
this is-
that 2012 kind of counts because 2018 just.
Yeah, I
started.
was gonna do 2012
Okay,
to
you wanna do
2017 because like
2012? Okay.
Yeah,
we
just
only 2
because-
months into
because
2018.
I only I did my research off of 2013. Like I was
Oh, for real?
That's
I was
fine.
I was strict on that thing, but we could do
Mm.
2012. Yeah, 2012 is
bet.
fine.
So wait, just rap? Because I thought we were doing debuts.
You could do complete just it doesn't have to be rap. Most of mine is gonna be rap.
Oh, it doesn't have to be rap.
Nah, it doesn't
Oh,
have to
bet.
be
Alright,
rap.
cool.
Mine is that's what I got
I
most of
think
my
we all
research
just,
on.
I think we all.
so,
I think we all just know rap more.
yeah,
Like,
we
can do
know
it.
rap more, but I mean
We know hip
it,
hop.
beat.
Right.
You can include R&B.
Mhm.
Guys, for everybody tuning in, this is for the top five debut albums right
I'm
now.
still not live. I'm typing a
Nick
caption.
isn't
Because you're
live.
trash.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm
You want
trash.
garbage.
Nick isn't
So
live.
sorry.
Get him
Yeah.
the fuck out of here. Go
Twitter?
home.
Well,
Right.
Twitter, I can be like elaborate with it. I can
What's
put a
going on with my
caption.
camera, bro? It doesn't like you. It's not focused. Okay, there it is. Yeah. Okay. So
I've got
he's on.
people, bro.
I got
You're on
a mil- I got a
Instagram, right?
million reasons
Yeah,
why
I'm
the
on
camera
Instagram.
didn't
And
work.
then
I'm on Twitter.
Nick's
I'm not
on Twitter.
yet, but I am on Twitter.
I know I'm on Facebook.
This
Okay.
is fun.
All right.
It's not live yet, but be thinking of your albums. We're doing top 5
So let's
debut albums.
discuss. Okay.
Debut as in studio debut. I want to get that out there because people were like, "Oh, well, what's a
yeah.
debut
Yeah.
album?"
Okay.
Studio
Studio
debut
debut.
Let me
album.
make sure I'm not fucking up.
So I'm facing this.
Oh,
to
okay,
me
cool,
because
cool,
I
cool,
wanna
cool,
read
cool.
this shit. All right. So I'm now live.
All right.
So
Everybody's
let's
live.
begin our conversation, then let them join.
Okay.
So if we're counting 2012, I'm counting fucking Good Kid, Mad City.
Yeah, that's why I started from 2013.
That's
knew.
what made it.
Okay, Good Kid, Mad City was probably one of the best debuts of all time. So
Yeah,
we're you got to put that in your debut.
Well, yeah, you go first, Nick.
I'll say so. Good Kid, Mad City, definitely.
Yeah.
Are we counting
Let me
Sylvia
put
Demio as an album?
Yeah, that was
So that one definitely.
yeah.
And debut a fucking
All right, you said Good Kid, Mad City, Sylvia Demo.
yeah.
Okay.
Are we counting Control SZA as her thing? Because Z wasn't studio, was it?
I thought Z was Z was label.
Well, Z
It
was in
wasn't studio.
2013 anyway.
Control is
Mhm.
the studio, I believe, studio debut. Yeah.
Damn, did I pick the All TD project?
Yep.
Top 5
Cool.
debuts.
I'm
Wait,
yeah.
hold on. So
I'm in.
you said top 5 or
I'm doing my top. We're all doing top 3 right now. To
Oh,
figure
top
out
three.
The
Yeah,
top,
top three right now, and then
We're
we'll go
figuring-
into the
we're
top
figuring
5.
out the top 5
Yeah,
based off our top 3
yeah.
math.
wait? So you just did your top
I did top 3. Now you go. Now you do
Yo,
3
it does not like
of
this.
current or just
of no the
okay?
stipulation.
I mean,
Debut.
all right, fuck top 3.
Top 3 the last 5 years.
Sylvia Demo.
Hell
Yeah, gotta
Got
put
Sylvia.
it in there.
Barter 6.
Ooh,
Barter 6.
was that an album?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
He called it a mixtape. It's
Yeah,
an album.
it's-
I
it's
never
not-
saw it on no
it's- yeah.
mixtape sites.
Oh.
And then it's like a
Barter
it's
6.
like a fucking two-way tie between it's a two-way tie between Shrem Life and Rodeo.
Ooh.
You feel me?
Okay.
Oh, Man. Damn.
Rodeo. Oh my
last 5
god.
years is dope.
Okay, so
I'm thinking about it now. Last
So,
5 years
yeah.
are fucking.
That's
dope.
what I'm saying, bro.
one thing you're gonna find in all of our top 5s or top 3s is going to be Sylvia Demo.
Well, Sylvia Demo is about to be number 1.
If you haven't listened to Sylvia Demo, CILVIA, go listen.
I'm
Like,
saying, bro.
stop. Not what are you
You are
doing?
sleeping on yourself.
My top 3 is also going to include "Summertime '06" with Vince Staples.
Ooh, damn.
That made me a Vince Staples
You're
fan.
dope.
Yeah, that was tough. And Rodeo. I mean, Travis Scott. I don't know.
Damn.
See, Days Before Rodeo actually came out in 2013 or 14.
14.
Yeah, so
But that was a mixtape. so
but
that's
that was
why
a
I
mixtape,
wanted
so
to
we
put it
couldn't
in there.
include it. But
Yeah.
he's Travis Scott's been really consistent. So you can even throw Rodeo, you can throw any project, but we're talking about debuts, studio debuts. So it'll be Rodeo for me.
So, I guess based off our top 3, Sylvia Demo is number 1.
Yeah.
Neither of y'all said Good Kid, Mad City, which I'm a little surprised at.
I like Good Kid, Mad
I
City.
like
you did
Good
your
Kid, Mad
research
City.
all
I
that.
liked it,
Yeah,
but I
did
liked
it,
all the ones I named. I like better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you.
See, I just thought it was really, really good. But the thing about Good Kid, Mad City, I liked Section 80. Like
I wanted to put
most-
Section 80 in there, but Section 80 was like 2011,
And-
so that was why.
and it wasn't. It was a mixtape. He didn't count.
It was an album. It was an
but-
album, but it was an independent album.
Right. And I was gonna include Acid Rap.
Oh,
Acid Rap did come, but he's independent.
I thought that was 11.
And it's not- no,
Acid Rap was 11.
Acid Rap was 13 or came out same year Summertime '06 actually.
Nah,
No, the year before Summertime.
Summertime '06 came out 2014.
What about House Singers Cry?
Is that what Vesta said?
Yeah.
Oh,
How what?
House Singers
House
Cry.
Singers Cry. You're not hip to House Singers
funny
Cry,
is,
Javon.
I
What
would
the fuck?
I would definitely put that in my top 5. That's funny.
No, he needs to hear this.
Yeah, you
You're not
should
hip
hear
to
that.
House Singers Cry
You should
by
hear it.
Vesta,
Yo.
our generation's Jasmine Sullivan.
Okay, that's why.
The nerve of this nigga.
So, hey, what? When did Dang, who?
Vesta,
I
you're
just
in my
had
top
'em.
5.
What was Big Sean's big studio release was?
Hold on, my nigga. I'm sorry.
What?
You talking about Big Sean's debut album?
Oh no, none of his debut albums.
No, hold on.
I'm not trying to
hold
be
on.
a dick, bro. I'm sorry. It was
Hold
so
on.
like it was.
I'm
so,
not putting
oh.
it in there.
Okay.
Well,
What was it?
I don't know.
I don't care what it was.
Was it? No,
Finally
no.
Famous.
It's important. It's important.
Finally Famous.
It's finally
It is.
famous,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
Hall of Fame was second. Yeah.
Hall of
Okay.
Fame was
Good.
Finally Famous.
Finally famous deserves to be talked about.
talked about, but not in this conversation.
I'm sorry, bro.
Not
I
this
just looked at his
conversation.
face, yo. He dead serious.
Yeah, not in this conversation.
This nigga for real, dog.
Look. You have Dark Sky Paradise as his number one, and then you have Finally Famous. I didn't really like I Decided. It was all right, but
We're not counting Detroit, right?
Detroit's
was
a
a
mixtape. But
That's
that's
right.
one of the best
God, I hate this
mixtapes.
bullshit.
Yeah, this is one of the best mixtapes.
I can't wait to get out of the thing where there's no stipulation.
Yeah,
anymore.
I mean, there's barely any right now.
I
right?
can't wait
There's-
till real hip hop reigns supreme. Don't put the shit
full
on.
lengths and EPs are gonna be the only stipulation. Very
I mean, does
very
Dolph
soon.
has it? What do you consider?
Dolph's
Because
independent.
Dolph's independent, so he doesn't have like.
he probably doesn't have
studio
anything
workout.
technically.
Yeah, I mean, Rich Crack
Studio
Baby
albums.
is like his first big take, big mixtape. That's what put his name
Dolph?
through.
Yeah. No, Dolph's like he's straight independent. So
Yeah.
I wanted to put him in there. I wanted to. Oh my god. But
What about R&B?
Channel
So I
Orange.
said, oh shit,
Channel Orange,
So it's
yeah.
2012, right?
That was 2012.
Damn, that's definitely in my top.
Yeah. I thought about. That's why I was like, is a rapper? I want to
Yeah,
ask you that.
yeah.
not
Yeah.
Channel Orange.
Damn.
That's respectable. That's
Yeah.
respectable. That's dang.
That's gotta
damn.
be-
So judging by y'all's
gotta be
like
in the top
responses,
5.
y'all forgot about Channel Orange.
Yeah, no.
No.
I didn't
Well,
forget
shame
about
on
Channel
you,
Orange.
and
I
shame the fuck
No,
on
no,
you.
no,
I forgot how young it was.
no. Look. I didn't forget about Channel Orange. I forgot the year in which it was.
It was 2012.
Same. That was me. I forgot that it was even in that realm.
2012 is shit.
It's so timeless, bro.
Yeah,
That's gonna be that
That's
shit
hard to
could come
beat.
out like 20 years from now and be amazing.
I put Kaleidoscope. Kaleidoscope Dreams. Was that his second album or his first?
I think that was second.
I think it's second.
Never mind.
I don't know though.
So
You don't know.
I don't know.
a lesser
No, it wasn't,
known.
bro. Finally Famous was not good. Stop.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't,
Yes,
bro.
it
It was
was.
not good.
Yes, it is.
It did not get good
I'm
till
not even
Dark
gonna say
Sky
was.
Paradise.
It is.
No,
It's
I'm not letting that fly.
And I was
not
actually picked
good.
a few songs from Hall of Fame that I still like. Well, I don't still
you
play.
gotta calm down.
Nah. 10 to 10 was hard, bro.
10 to 10 is
10 to
hard.
10 was hard.
Thank you.
10 to
Thank
10
you.
was
There's
hard.
a couple songs in there that.
Yeah.
How much is Big Sean paying you, Mogans?
What's up with you and Sean?
Oh,
man?
Childish Gambino's Camp.
Camp was
Oh my
Camp was
God.
independent.
Why am I
Camp.
forgetting all
Okay,
these?
so
Camp was independent.
no,
he was on Glass Note.
Was Glass Note is independent, ain't it?
Yeah, but
But-
that's not independent. I mean,
If it's a studio album, then yeah, I'm not mad at that.
So it's either Camp or Because of the Internet. And
I'm thinking of any label.
Either way,
Either
one
way.
one of them
Yeah.
get in there. You
either
feel me?
way, something
Yeah.
has to get in there.
Yeah, no.
Don't sleep on Gambino.
Oh, Jesus.
Everything Gambino's done has been on Glass Note though since Camp. Camp
I think he's
On
leaving
has been
Glass
on-
Note though, ain't he?
No, he's on RCA now. Yeah.
He's with RCA.
He signed that deal like a couple
I
months
think
ago.
I think Ace, Rocky, and Fergus signed to RCA too.
There's a lot of people on RCA.
Yeah,
So y'all listen to K Tronada? Y'all know who that is?
I'm hip to
Bruh.
him.
99%.
99.9%. Oh man, that's one of my favorite. That's one of my favorite projects.
Con, please get hip.
Bruh.
Are you hip?
Ooh, hold up. Is Malibu a debut album?
I think Venice is a debut album.
Are you sure?
Was Venice's debut?
Look it up. Someone look it up. Because if Malibu is a debut album, Malibu goes the fuck in
I
there.
wonder if I can.
Malibu
Can you
goes
leave
in
and go?
there.
I'm really scared to leave out. Any
I'm really
programs
scared to
right
leave
now.
too. I don't know if that. Oh yeah, resume. Yeah, sorry, took a break.
Where's my bag? Hold my phone.
Hold my.
Hold my phone.
Yeah.
I'm looking this shit up, bro.
Malibu might.
I don't know. Was Venice?
Icon fans.
Cause the thing where it gets hard is like we can't include things that aren't studio. That has to be a stipulation. Because if you think about mixtapes,
Howdy.
too many fire mixtapes.
Hold on, bro.
Oh God, no, we can't go mixtapes.
Yeah, no,
Well,
that'll
that's
take all
another
fucking
time.
day.
And then like right now
do you do?
because of the way music is set up through the
Man, which
streaming
ones you want,
platforms,
Never mind.
the difference between mixtapes and studio, what? Independence is
Should we ask Alexa?
Get it out, bro. All right, we know we're gonna look this up.
Okay, bad.
independent is almost same thing as you can't say that. Oh, absolutely.
Damn it! It's the second studio album. Damn it!
Okay,
So Venice was the first.
Venice
one.
is the first
When
one.
did Venice come out?
Well,
That had to be 11.
I don't know.
so
I wanted to put fucking. Damn it!
continue with
Malibu's
the
amazing,
debut
though.
albums. Absol's
Control System.
Yeah, Control System. That was
that a studio album, though?
2012.
Because that wasn't
2011.
distributed like
He's
that.
independent.
Yes,
he is
he's not
independent.
distributed like that.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the aftermath deal like everybody else.
Bruh. That would have been my top. That would have taken that.
Yeah, he's not really. Unfortunately.
Yeah, that's why he doesn't put
It's
up. Those
literally
numbers.
just Kendrick, Schoolboy, and I think SZA now.
Yeah.
Because the rest of them don't have a
Yeah.
look like that. Well, J-Rock might, after all the strange music shit. He might still have something going on. But as far as I know, Absol definitely doesn't. Because I tried to go buy Absol's first
Yeah,
album
he's not.
like
You know,
that,
it's
and
only online.
they couldn't do it.
Dang, what are the debuts?
There's a lot, bro. I can't think of it.
There really is a lot. A lot of people debuted last.
Yeah, I made the mistake of doing hip hop.
Oh, so hip hop was a mistake?
I didn't do
Hip hop was a
I
mistake?
didn't do any R&B,
You called the police.
and I don't.
Woo woo!
You gotta come up with a siren. For hip-hop.
I don't really do
It's just fight the power.
pop. I'm not a pop person.
I don't do pop either.
Fight the power.
Who had a pop album that came out in 2012? Gaga.
When was Bruno Mars' debut?
Ooh, that might actually be in the
Bruno Mars
conversation.
is not pop. He is soul. He is funk.
Ooh, we talk funk a little bit, maybe. No one knows any funk debuts.
No.
That's still a genre?
Nope.
No, like that ass. That's
just
not even
like
Kendrick.
no, like seriously.
I don't know. I don't fucking
I haven't heard the funk. The first funk I remember hearing
Guys, I'm
in a
late.
long time was from Kendrick on To Pimp a Butterfly, and
Yep.
then again with
Awaken My Love.
Childish
And
on Awaken.
Love,
Yeah, Awaken My
yeah.
Love. So, is it a genre, bro? I don't hear new music being released in funk.
Is
Yeah.
Awaken My Love Childish's debut funk album? Are we gonna count that? Are we gonna switch genres?
I don't know
on
if I count it as a funk album. It just has funk elements to it.
I count it as bars.
It's definitely not rap.
It would definitely
It's
be
definitely not rap.
R&B, but more so R&B
Yeah,
than
that's
anything
true.
else. It just has a different flavor to it. I
My
think.
live people suck. Yo,
My
shout out people who watch my live and don't say shit.
Yeah. Why y'all
No,
watching and not
mine's
saying
pretty
anything?
pretty kooky right now.
Oh, really? What are they saying?
Live people,
What are they saying?
throw your opinions.
Give us
We
We
want
are
to talk
doing
to you.
top-
We're on live on purpose.
Yeah.
top
five-
debut albums.
Top debut albums in the last 5 years. So like 2012 to 2017 since
Yeah.
we're like fresh into 2018.
It
Bennett.
could be pop if you know any pop. It can be R&B.
You know,
it can be hip hop.
Where do y'all rank Culture?
The first one?
The first one,
That's
Way up there.
that's their major
It's
studio,
up
right?
there.
that's
They're
a
not
major
independent.
studio debut.
It's up there.
Yeah, because I didn't really have a 5. I had 4.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess Culture would be in. Yeah, Culture would be in there.
Yeah, I'd
I
say
like
it's
that.
up there in the ranks.
Yeah.
I don't know if it is top 5. but
Culture
it
got me
might be
'cause
in
it's
the top
a-
Hey,
10.
Surprise.
Omar said Bryson Trap Soul.
Oh, did we?
You know why I'm
Damn.
because I really
to
hate
Bryson.
his follow up to it. I really hate his
yeah.
follow up to it. But I gotta give Trap Soul the
Yeah,
credit.
now you gotta give Bryson this.
Gotta give
credit,
him the
yeah.
credit.
Bryson
Traps.
came in like so hard into the game
Yeah.
with that shit, bro.
And then he just fluttered away.
And it's-
What? It's
he said, "Bam!" And then just
I'm really
he
mad.
it, and then he just
Bam!
I'm really
Emerald
mad
and
I
then
can't
embered
put
away.
Teenage Emotions in there because I thought it would be
Nope.
one of the
Nah,
debuts
man, that
that
shit
we
was
talked
hella
about.
disappointing.
It was so
man.
What was
And all
Uzi's
the
first
and all the
project?
niggas who like hate Yachty and like are listening to us being like, you know, it was so bad and like, yeah, what'd you expect? He had really good mixtapes.
Yeah, no.
His mixtapes were
Yeah.
fucking fire, bro.
I love like almost all his features.
It's not. It
Yachty's
doesn't deter me from listening.
I need
to
a whole
Yachty,
album
bro.
of Yachty
It does not
features.
stop me.
Hey,
Can someone do that?
this Cowboy fan just joined my thing. Walker.
Ew.
Walker.
Oh,
Give
shit.
me your top debut
I
album.
don't even know who's in here.
Oh yeah, I can see the names of people that
can't
popped
see it.
up. Shout out to my dad, my sister.
Shouts out to hip hop.
Dude, if you ever think you're popping, go live. I promise you're not. I just read my peak thing. It's 6.
Hey, you see
I
my
thought I
hat?
was the man.
Yeah, you thought, boy.
I really fucking thought. As soon as I go live, well, it's like 11 in the morning, but still. I'm going to count it. It's really early in the morning.
Yo,
Walker.
you wanna go half on a
Give me
pizza
your
after
top
this?
debut
Huh? You wanna
album,
go half on a
studio
pizza after
debut.
this?
A pizza, is it?
Yeah.
Sure. We can.
Do what?
I'm not that hungry, but we can eat.
I mean, whenever. because I'm gonna be here for a while.
That's a bet. Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna take forever. He's a Cowboy fan. Excuse him. He's slow.
Oh,
So.
okay. The one guy who joins our chat, you're gonna insult him.
Cowboys choke around this time of year.
Hey, no one's joining in. No, insult. Like, fuck them.
Cowboy fans, they
People are watching. They're just not.
yeah, they're not.
Oh,
responding.
Khalid.
Word. Oh, right.
He's watching.
Yo, that'd be wild. Send me your location, Khalid.
That is yeah. You're
That's
right.
a-
You're
that's a
right.
good
That,
debut
that's a
album.
good debut album.
Oh, Daniel Caesar's was this. That was debut. Definitely debut.
That was studio debut for Whitty, or
It had to be.
But Daniel
Don't
Caesar's
even.
not hip hop.
I know.
He doesn't represent the essence.
Khalid
What is
isn't
Brainwaves
hip hop
first name?
either.
Hey Nick,
What's Brainwaves first?
stick to the show, man.
Stick to the show,
Stick to
Nick.
the show,
Stick
man.
to the
Stick to the
show.
show, Nick. Con, I really want to put the camera on you, but it doesn't focus on you. It's really bad.
You
It,
know,
like it
No,
starts
no one really
spazzing out.
focuses on Khan.
Oh, I found it.
That's why I'm in the middle and you guys are at the ends.
Yeah, because
Yeah, zip it.
because we are the
Zip
alpha
it,
and
Sinead.
omegas. You're just
Jesus.
the irrelevant in between.
God,
I'm the heart and soul of this podcast.
I gotta show you the Borden ad I made for the magazine. It's so funny. Anyway,
Nick Bohr being funny? I don't know about that.
oh,
Sorry, so now we're just gonna fucking insult each other.
Okay. So let's wrap up the live
This
part.
whole
We
podcast.
got
Sylvia Demo,
Sylvia Demo definitely
Channel
made it on.
Orange, Camp,
Barter 6.
Cult, Barter 6. Are you agreeing to Barter 6? You seem to be on the edge about it.
Because I don't have
I'm okay with it being in there.
I don't have a project from Young Thug that I'm through and through in love with. I have singles that I love from Young Thug.
I like Jeffrey a whole lot.
I don't have Jeffrey might be the only
Love
one
Jeffrey.
where it's like
I love Jeffrey.
beginning to end I can play it reverse.
You
I
didn't
play
like
with-
Slime Season?
I play Wyclef like every day.
You didn't like Slime Season?
I don't
2
like
or 3?
every song off of it. And for me to put it in the top, I have to like every single song.
I'm with it. I play Wyclef every day though, and I play most of that album all the time.
So if I don't like every single song, I can. That's Summertime 06. Gotta be in my.
How many
like,
albums do you like every single song?
That's what I'm saying. That has to be the top. But how many albums? There's been a couple. I mean, put any Dolph project on there.
Yeah.
I'm playing
Yeah.
it. I'm playing it through and through.
You didn't. This guy's making
We're gonna
some
have to
sense.
do. We're gonna do like debut mixtapes next time.
We got to do debut mixtapes because I couldn't praise Dolph as much as I wanted to.
Yeah. Oh my
And
god.
then you
I
got,
I can do debut mixtapes.
Wayne. We can talk about Wayne. Then we can include Chance the rapper,
Actually, you know what? I might go off my line because someone added me
Nick.
a couple weeks ago.
Or no, yeah.
and
Oh, I thought Nick was gonna say someone sent him a death threat.
Walker.
though.
Nick
No,
said
no, no.
Scissor Control was definitely one of
there
his
you
tops.
go.
Yeah. So
You're not so bad.
we
after
agreed.
all.
We agreed for sure.
Someone sent me like a list. I think it was like Geronimo and them sent me like a list a week ago.
Mhm.
Back when we were doing this. Let me see if I can find it. Stop adding me in things. But so he said Scissor Control. Are y'all agreed on Scissor Control?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Scissor Control. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I don't really listen to Khalid. I just never found my way in there. Never found his
Alexa,
location.
Stop. I'm with it.
Come on, bro.
So
Come on.
nothing.
You're better than that.
am I?
Yeah, you're right. That was me giving you too much credit. That was me being generous.
So wait. Oh, how do we feel about culture again? What do we like about culture?
I brought it up because people said Culture would be in their top debuts, and
Okay, so here's a list by No Face that he sent
Yeah.
me a week ago.
okay.
So Geronimo had said Control.
Oh my fuck. Forgot about Drum.
Okay,
Oh,
but I
Drum's
didn't
lit.
like it. So to
There's a couple
reiterate,
good ones on there. I don't know about Project. I'd say it was really all that. Like,
yeah, to reiterate, or
For this
to
list.
to restate it for everybody that's tuning in now, or whatever. My debuts, my top albums, period, but definitely on the debuts, I have to like it. I have to like every single song. If I have one song where I'll skip it, it's not a top anymore. and that's just that's what I have to put in there because so much music is coming out. Like you have so much, and so you have to have a limiter in some way. And
my whole thing is if I like 70% of the album, it's a good album.
That's a C, bruh.
Nah, man.
Schoolboy Q.
70% to me is like, okay, so if they put like
Oxymoron's second.
That was the second one.
That's his second.
What was his first one?
Oxymoron's his first. That's his first like major
Debut.
label debut.
No, that's his second debut.
No,
That's I mean,
Habits and
second
Contradiction was
debut.
independent.
Was it?
Mm-hmm. It was
Yeah.
independent.
Google says second studio.
Does it? Like Wikipedia says it?
Oxymorons is his major label debut album.
Okay,
Prime.
but I can't do Oxymoron because I don't like it forward and back. so.
It was good, but
It was good.
I said
definitely a
Oxymoron
good
was
one.
not what I wanted. It was good, but like I thought he could have went harder.
I mean, look at what we have in Good Kid, Mad City.
yeah,
Every song, bro.
Blank Face should have been Oxymoron.
Yeah,
Blank Face should have been Oxymoron.
every song on Good Kid, Mad City. Every song on Channel Orange. Like, I'm not skipping those. Every song on Summertime 06. I don't skip. Like
the Prime album. Did y'all hear that? I didn't listen to it.
by who?
Royce the 5'9" and DJ Premier.
I started listening to Royce 5'9".
Yeah, I haven't listened to it. in a minute.
I heard his debut album, Royce's.
Oh yeah.
Not his debut, but like his second album. I heard that.
Freddie Gibbs, Shadow of a Doubt. I'm not hip.
Freddie Gibbs is one of the least talked about artists. That's probably the
I'm
most
not hip.
consistent.
I'm not hip.
Alex was the one that put me on to Freddie Gibbs.
Really?
Yeah, for Alex, he swore by him. Alex swore by Freddie Gibbs, and when I heard him, I was like, yeah, fuck yeah.
J Rock 90059. Is that debut?
That's not a debut. Oh wait, is it?
Because J Rock might not have been. Well, did he put an album out when he's on Strange Music?
Who?
His first
J
album.
Rock.
It's 90059 is the second studio album.
Okay, then that's not debut. You said Summertime 06, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so Mick Jenkins, The Healing Component.
Nah.
But I feel like
I heard it,
I
but it
was
wa-
pumped
I
up
didn't
too
hear it.
much
From the Waters.
From the Waters. It's
I didn't hear
like
it,
that.
no.
That's
You haven't heard the Waters?
No.
Bruh.
Oh, I was about to say.
No. I didn't hear the
Oh
Healing
my God.
Component. I didn't hear The Healing
I
Component.
wore that tape out, bruh.
bro, completely.
I wore it
No,
the
no,
fuck
no, no,
out.
no,
That was a great,
no.
great.
Yeah, no, the healing component. Yeah, he set the
And
bar too high.
Yeah, you can't do that.
JID, The Never Story.
That was good.
It was really good. My sleeper was K Tronada. To
Hell yeah.
restate that, that's my sleeper debut album pick.
Joyner Lucas,
Mm.
508,
I'm
whatever.
not a joiner.
I'm not even gonna pretend like I'm a Jordan Lucas fan.
Yeah.
Vic Mensa's The Autobiography.
Nope.
Autobiography wasn't his first major.
I'm not a big
was
Vic
it?
Mensa fan.
I'm not a big
yo.
Vic Mensa fan.
I'm really not.
I was at first.
I was gonna say I loved Vic Mensa.
Internet
like,
tape. Yeah.
When, yeah, internet
Internet
tape
tape, yeah.
season, like that whole Vic Mensa thing. In fact, he even put out that one 16 Shots.
I didn't like 16 Shots either.
I like that one.
I didn't.
I
like
didn't
that
listen to
song.
Autobiography. I won't.
I
pretend
did
like-
not, and I remember like all my
Not
like fucking super deep rapper friends were like, "Yeah, 16 shots," and I'm like, "That shit's whack, bro."
No, I liked it.
The message. No, I'm not saying that the message was trash, but like the
Yeah,
song itself,
oh,
when I
nah.
heard it, I'm like, turn this shit the fuck
Nah,
off.
I'm not even rating it by. I'm not rating any of the albums I picked by message. I couldn't even tell you the message half the time. I just had to like it.
No, I mean, but 16 shots
this.
clearly had a message.
Yeah, it clearly had a message. I mean, he even played like clips and stuff in there.
Yeah, I was good off that.
Is Land of the G's your debut?
It's not an album.
There you go.
Because he's not a rapper. So
There's
All
no
right.
proof. that
Is
he's
that
a
it for
rapper.
the
Yeah,
last
allegedly.
the
There's
last.
no proof. I already ended my last, so you can go ahead and
All right.
shout out to the people.
Listen on
Shout
Monday,
out to the
people.
6 people I had on my fucking thing that didn't say shit except Vesta.
Tune
I'll
in
see
on
who's cries
Monday,
on my
yo.
shit.
Adios.
What was on mine? That's why I didn't. I was like, what the fuck, really?
Yeah. So that's so what's our 5? What's our concluded 5?
I don't think there's a 5.
My concluded 5.
Yeah. We have
Sylvia Demo,
individuals.
Barter 6, Rodeo, Shrem Life, and Channel Orange.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I mean, if we can include Camp, mine's going to be Summertime 06.
Yeah.
Camp. Good Kid. I got to include Good Kid, Mad City. what was it? Hold on, I just blanked. Rodeo and
rodeo.
and Control. Nah, I'm gonna put 99.9% in there because that's my. I really love that album.
The Sleeper.
I really love that album. So,
All right, y'all.
Well, back to the dark
We're
debate.
going back to dark.
Let's go. Let's
What
take
is it?
y'all on this roller coaster.
We're at 1:30. You want to keep going?
Just this last topic then, because I
Alright.
really wanted to talk about it.
Okay.
For those who don't know, give you something to research real quick. Arkansas, I want to say made it law, but they didn't really. It was about to become law that women that want to get an abortion have to basically go to litigation with the male who got them pregnant. But you have to have the permission of the male. And if you're under 19, not even the male matters. You have to get permission from the parents.
19.
No.
That shouldn't even be a parent's
It's
decision.
either it's 16 or 19. Dang. Facts there. But basically, I think if you're, it might be 16.
That is so crazy.
If you're not an adult, you have to get parents' permission.
Well, I didn't even hear about the parents thing when you first brought it up.
Yeah, I didn't know until I researched.
Parents should not be involved in that at all. I don't care
You
how
don't
old
think
you are.
so?
No, I don't care how old you are. You mean adult decision to have sex and to not wear a condom? You're an adult now. Yeah, but no. And also, I would fucking hate my parents if they told me to keep a fucking baby at. I sound like a terrible person right now. I'm gonna roll back right now.
Okay, hold on.
right,
Before we dive into opinions, let me give it all to you.
I realize how terrible I sound right now when I
the
just said
judge-
that. Okay, I'm so sorry. No, okay. I'd be very upset if I didn't want a baby at 15, right?
Right.
And my parents said I had to. On the flip, I'm actually either way. If I really wanted a baby at 15, I'd be really upset at my
Your parents said no.
That's a fucking split.
No.
That's
No.
terrible.
They can't tell you you can't have the baby. They can't make you get the abortion. They can
have to sign
keep
off
you
on-
from getting the abortion.
Parents shouldn't be involved at all. I don't care how old you are. On some real shit, I don't.
See,
Take-
here's where that gets a little gray.
Yeah.
Because here's my thing. My mother has made it very clear to me recently
Recently? Oh God.
that
How old are you?
I need to
How old are you?
stop playing around and start coming around the house with some kids. That's what my
Yo.
mother told me.
Hoo-wee.
So,
What's so funny?
with
is,
you saying that the parents should not have a say, there could be situations
Yo.
where the kid just don't know what the fuck to do. And he needs somebody or she needs somebody
Well, in
who
that
is
regard-
experienced to fucking kind of
I get that.
not fucking hold their hand, but turn them in the right direction.
but that should be your decision. Not,
yeah, but to
not
say that the parents
laws.
should have no say.
No.
And-
What I'm
even
saying
to
is
say-
you as a person at 15 should be able to make that decision for yourself. Not
yeah, but
the
at 15,
law.
15, bro, your judgment ain't that.
Like we said,
rational.
like I
Right.
mean, with the alcohol, with the cigarettes, like it's the same thing. Like, can you fairly make that? Like, can you accurately make that, bro?
At 15,
I was
before
24.
you even have a license.
I was 24 when I got Argos, and I was like, bro, you can't tell me nothing. I got the money to take care of them. I know the financial. I understand. I'm reading about how to take care of dogs,
Right.
and it's a completely different thing when you actually get them. And he was a nightmare the first 3 months. Like I couldn't. First three, he's still a nightmare, but he's a lovable nightmare. So it's like I
Shout out to Argos.
decisions are hard. Your parents have already had kids. They know where you're at in life financially. I'm pretty sure, especially if you're a minor, because you're still in their house.
My thing is just the law saying it has to be a certain way is where my head's at.
And again, I
For
want to
that.
reiterate that this is not saying that they can force you to have the abortion.
Yeah.
This is saying
they can tell you not to,
They can
which
tell you
obviously
not
is the
to.
better choice in that scenario, and I
Yeah.
understand that. But I just because basically
So
in,
like
in the government's eyes with that law, they're saving the life.
Yeah.
Or they're giving the option for the parents to save the life or whatever it is.
they're making it harder to rid.
Right. So I don't know, dude.
And I'm thinking for myself from the
There should be an underlying thing into that.
Yeah.
Because here's my thing. Because what happens on that thing at that front too is like a scenario I'm thinking of is your parents make you keep the baby and then they force you to take care of it all by yourself.
Yeah. Or they force you to live with the
That's-
decision. You made that decision, that's you. But I don't think any parent, like, you got to be a real spiteful person
As
to
a
be
parent,
like,
do you want that decision
I'm
for your
not-
kid?
see, I'm not. This is where it's hard. Okay, so I haven't put myself in the parent's shoes.
A lot of this
So
shit is
that's a
based
different-
on like your like specific situations, so that's why it gets a little bit weird. When
Yeah,
it comes to like I think this should be the way. It should
I
be,
don't
and
think
shit
there's like a
that.
blanket thing, and I'm not.
There's really no black. There's some black and white, but it's not a lot.
mostly gray.
It's not a lot.
What's the black and white?
If you're gonna have this kid, and you've already had the option to either abort it or give it up for adoption,
Mm-hmm.
and you didn't do that, you need to fucking take care of it.
Yeah.
Right.
Ain't no, oh damn, okay, I changed my mind. No, you had your shot. You had, an opportunity to fix that or change that. You didn't. You chose to have this kid, so therefore now you have to.
I know
raise
this
it.
isn't the topic, but also there's a whole thing called abortion that a lot of people, when people talk about adoption, sorry.
I was gonna say,
Abort-
oh,
I'm
we
sorry,
are
wait,
talking
what?
about.
Yeah.
I knew. I
abortion.
realized as soon as I said it. No, I'm sorry. When people talk about the abortion thing, people forget about adoption.
Yeah.
You can literally still leave like an infant on the fire department steps. You can still do that, and the fire department will take care of everything. And like you can walk away.
Yeah,
Same
but
with the hospital.
We
and
do
like
have a problem with kids without homes.
I understand that, and I'm not saying, but that is an option for this type of thing. It's not part of the conversation right now, but I'm saying like when it comes to abortion and stuff like that, I think people forget that part when they're talking about pro-life
Yeah.
and pro-choice. Like that's black and white, and it's not.
Yeah, it's
You can easily have that child, and then give it to a
more
orphanage
families
or
are
whatever it is.
willing to take care of a newborn than
Oh,
somebody
yeah.
setting a child set in bad
A
ways.
2-3 year old,
Yeah,
Yep.
like
who's
so.
like been around some
Yeah.
crazy people for their
You
whole
can.
life.
There's actually services where you can get set up with a family that is looking for a newborn. You know how many
While
people
you're
can't
pregnant.
have kids?
While
yeah,
you're
while
pregnant,
you're pregnant.
bro.
Like you can, as soon as you
There's
find
so
out, just go
much.
through that. If that's your decision, if your decision is like, I can't take care of a kid, but I don't want to kill this kid,
Right.
then go through the things. Now, I put myself in the shoes of like a husband or a boyfriend, and I'm like, do I want the decision to make her have this baby? And it's almost like I have to be a rapist to say yes to that. Like I have to rape and then say, nah, you can't abort this.
That's a big thing I had in my head too.
'Cause
was like that's
If you say, like, if I really want the kid and she goes to abort, even if I say no, you can't, that relationship is dead. It's over. It's probably over if she goes against, like, if she doesn't talk to me and she goes and aborts and like, well, you didn't want to.
So you're saying that the guy shouldn't have a say?
I'm weird with this.
So
man.
I think it shouldn't be part of the law to
I don't think it's a
force
law, bro.
to have the man able to basically make her have the baby. She can't abort.
Yeah, in that
unless the man
aspect,
says
no.
yes.
But like,
That
let's
just gives a lot of-
the situation that I played in my head would
Yeah.
be like, let's say I'm dating a girl, she's pregnant, and I'm like, and there's nothing wrong with her. You know what I mean? We're both financially capable of supporting this child with no problem. We'll be okay. And she's just like, and it's not like, it would put a halt on anything. And she's just like, no, I don't want to fucking have the baby. And I'm just like, well, damn, like I kind of want to be a dad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I feel like I should have some say in that situation,
Yeah.
especially considering like how many fucking like the whole There's a lot of people with no dads, bro.
Yeah.
A lot of people with no dads. So, like, you know, if I could be the nigga to step up and be like, no, let me fucking raise him or her. You know what I mean? And I don't get no say in that option. And she's like, fuck no, I don't want it. Like,
Yeah.
And in that regard, I understand that, but a lot of the times it's some deadbeat dude that girl wants no problem with.
But the
you know what I mean?
deadbeat, okay, men are only deadbeats because they didn't want it in the first place.
Elaborate
Yeah,
a little
but
bit.
Th-
Elaborate
that's
a little bit.
that's like I'm pregnant. Yeah.
Right.
I don't want a kid.
yeah, but I mean, like, if
I'm
that's the
out.
case, then motherfucker should have put a condom on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
90%.
Well, yeah.
But the thing is, should men be allowed to basically keep a woman from having the abortion?
Yeah,
So
and that's
you
really
have
what
to.
the topic
You are
is.
making her have the baby. You are making her carry the 9 months and have the kid, and then after that, fighting
Even in
over
that
it because
scenario, that's kind of what you're doing.
I don't really think there's no relationship if you make her have a kid that she doesn't want to have. But if y'all can talk it through, which is why I think it's a good idea to have like some kind of system in place, or basically be good partners to each other and talk about it. Yes, because like if I really want a kid, I'm like, what? I want a kid. Like this didn't come up before that you didn't want a kid. First of all, you should have talked about it, and then like now it's like, okay, well, why don't you want the kid? Like there has to be some major reason. Is this kid gonna kill you? Is
That's what I'm saying. It's like if there's no con to this,
yeah,
and I want the kid, like, shouldn't I at least? I should be. My opinion should fucking count for something.
yeah. And at that point, I don't even know if I care about a relationship, even if like you abort it. So like now. It's like I can use the law and say, no, I want that kid, and I'll raise him myself. Like I will sign papers,
and
to
that's
say,
just
I'm
my
gonna
opinion.
take
That's
care.
just my opinion. If I get a woman pregnant, and again, there's nothing, we'll be fine. We will be okay. You know what I mean? There's no negative to this other than the fact that you got to push this kid out.
My instant thoughts on when you asked me about this was the instant negative.
Yeah,
and that's where my issue with the law lies, is that it's not that scenario that I'm
it's
saying every
usually
time.
pretty
'Cause
much.
Yeah,
that's
I'm not
the-
saying that it's
that-
always that scenario,
No,
but that
yeah,
scenario
definitely not.
exists.
Yeah,
Yeah, but also the other scenario exists, and that's where really the debate comes into play with me.
Yeah.
Of course, you should have some type of say if that's your kid, right?
Yeah.
And you're good and all that stuff. Of course, but there's also the other side.
There's also, I mean, rape is just huge.
There's the whole rape thing,
No, I completely understand that.
and like I don't.
But I know a guy that was destroyed because this girl got an abortion and told him after
Ooh.
that she was pregnant and had the abortion.
Oh, she waited till it was like the deed was done to say something.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
And it killed him because he really wanted a kid. But even if she would have told him beforehand, she was still going to get the
She
abortion.
was still going to get rid of it. You know,
She was
anything
still
'cause
going to get the
there
abortion,
was
so
nothing
it's
in
still
play.
going to not. I mean, it hurt worse because it's like
it would have. Yeah, it would have hurt worse.
You did. You tried to.
Well, which one do you think would hurt worse? The fact that okay, so let you in the same scenario, she tells you beforehand, and you're like the guy, like, yeah, I want this kid, and she's, regardless of what you say, she's made her mind up. Would that be worse, or would you have no idea, and it ain't until she's already done it that you find out?
It would be because I see that as
If
a
there's
lie.
that's
a lie.
If there's absolutely no say, like if she's just like, I'm telling you just because, like, and she's not gonna listen to a single word you say, both scenarios are the same. But if there's even like a inkling that maybe she'll listen to you if you say something, then the fact that she already did it is way worse.
Now, I think her telling me that she's going to do it, there's no reason. I would find a way that I could reason to myself, like, well, I can't.
We should get a woman on this podcast. And do
Yeah,
this
no.
topic.
I definitely want to hear. I know women listen to this. I definitely want to hear your thoughts. I know my sisters listen to this.
I'm just saying
We ain't never talked about this, but y'all, I want to hear.
The
I
three
really
of
want
us
to hear.
really should come up with someone that like would be really good. But
I know who I want to get up here, but I don't think she'd do it.
we'll figure it out.
We can get
We'll
two-
figure it out all
we
fair.
can get
But
We can get like two different, because you
That
have
too.
two different personalities.
That's
Get
true.
one that we think might
I'm
be
with
for it, and the one that we think might be against
I'm
it.
with it.
Something like that.
Okay.
I like that. I like that.
we just have a whole. We'll do like a special episode
Yeah.
soon.
So we'll put a
figure
pin
that
in
shit
this
out.
one. Put a
Yeah,
pin in it. It's a big topic.
It's only a big topic because there's so many scenarios.
Oh
Like,
my
there's
goodness.
there's that perfectly fine scenario where it's like she's just nope, and then but it's like it's the flip side where the dude's a total dick, and she's just like trying to be a good person. Like I can't like live with myself.
Like, look, like you've checked out. I can't do this on my own.
Like
Yeah.
I can't live with myself having your baby, and he's
Yeah.
like, nah, but you will.
Yeah.
That's
Like, yeah, you want me to have the kid that you already decided like
Yeah.
you don't fucking want?
That's the
So
issue
I get there's a
thought
flip
of.
side to it too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the issue I thought of when Javon first brought this to me. I was like, oh my god, there's fucking terrible dudes out there.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, that was my thing. I was just like, there's terrible dudes out there who will use that law like very badly.
But understand the laws are in place to protect, because they saw a balance shifting towards the better of having that law. For instance, like you save 100 lives and sacrifice one, basically, is what I'm
Right.
trying to say. So that's why it was put in place. So we just actually need more. If you get the women's side, we have a better understanding of how, if this is more helpful or see. I think it's really bigger on men because we're crying
definitely
that
a
we
men's
don't
issue.
have a say, and
It's-
women are like, we have to do most of the work anyway.
It's a
But
huge women's
like,
issue because it's
It's their
taking
body.
power away
Yeah.
from them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I mean, they're literally losing half their power because
Yeah.
they have to listen to either like you were saying, their parents, or they have to
Yeah.
listen to the men now. Where right now it's completely their decision. No one says a word. It's literally up to her. So it does take away from them, but at the same time, it's like, cause see, my thing is, I'm a parent. I'm a kid of divorced parents, and I'm thinking of it as like a custody thing. And custody takes a while, probably more than 9 months, to like figure out. And if you're not on the same page, like my parents are on the same page, luckily,
Yeah.
so they figured that shit out smoothly. Like, I don't think it takes them that long. But if you're not on the same page like at all, and you got to get lawyers involved, and all in the time where this kid's like literally being made in the process,
Yeah.
like by the time they even figure out their decision, that kid's coming out.
But like, do you really have a issue if the woman wants to keep it and the man doesn't? She doesn't have to get the abortion. She still has it. Custody is hers. The man doesn't want it. If the woman wants to get the abortion, the man wants to keep it. The law, if the law is in place in that state, says that she has to keep it.
But a lot of things too
He
is
would
like,
probably get custody.
but there's also like health issues involved with
Yeah.
being pregnant. There's also the fact that the woman has to be pregnant for 9 months, which is not easy.
Mm-mm.
If any man thinks it's fucking easy to be pregnant, it's fucking not. I watched the girl be pregnant for 9 months. Like, it's not. There's nothing easy about it. And so like, that's what men. I'm still going. I'm thinking about terrible men. So like, I'm thinking like, men are literally putting women through pregnancy that they do not want because they want a baby. And I get it, but also, like, that's what's happening. It's like you're literally putting someone through something, a lot of pain, a lot of sickness, a lot of weird cravings at night, everything. You know what I mean? And that's where in my head, like,
But if you're in a healthy relationship,
oh no, healthy relationship, it should be
the
just
stress
easy.
the stress is on the man too. It's not physical stress like it is with the woman, but every
On some weird shit, I don't think the law is even for a healthy relationship though.
nah.
Because if you're in a healthy relationship,
It's
you
to
know what you
protect.
both
It's to
want.
protect the negative. It's
Yeah,
to
it's definitely
protect the
protect the
negative
negative.
from happening.
And unfortunately, there's 80 million negatives.
Yeah. So
80 million
and
negative
there could
scenarios.
be 80 million and one positives. So and then
I
they
just
were
don't
like,
know them.
eh.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I just don't like, and like,
Yeah.
and but usually when I think of like the positives, it's something like you could easily work out, and it doesn't have to involve the government or laws at all.
You have a furry black visitor.
Oh, what up?
So
Shout out to fucking Luna. I don't know how she got down here.
yep. Before wrapping this up, I just want to say like
Yeah, we'll put a pin in this. I have like a couple ideas that we should get on here.
Yeah.
And see what we can do.
get
Cause
them in.
actually, one of my friends has actually been asking to come on the podcast, so maybe she'll come on for this.
Mhm.
I don't
And
know.
I want to say that I am not against women. These opinions are strictly just my opinion.
I ain't gotta
That's the way
explain
I see it.
shit, bro. I know
Look,
where I stand.
I'm not gonna. We've already explained our positioning on it. I'm just saying.
I'm all about negative dudes.
Yeah, this was.
But I think if
But going back to the massacre and the race and all that, I mean, don't get butthurt just because I have an opinion. So.
Oh, dude, if you're listening to this podcast to get butthurt, you're going to get butthurt.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I like
Pause.
these topics.
Pause. For real, dude, we're three fucking 25-year-old men. Like we're not
just hip hop.
We're gonna have radical.
We're sitting in a basement. We're not perfect. We're young. We're not. Yeah. No. Our opinions aren't even fully formed yet. Like on some real shit. Which is why
Speak for
people our
yourself,
age should
white
not get
man.
guns. To bring it all full circle.
Yeah.
I think that's it. I don't have a song to play. I can probably just throw something in here. Have one of you guys send me a song and I'll throw it into the post. Because I don't have the chord anymore. The chord's all fucked up. So, but that's been boredom. I'll play a song at the end. So whatever this song is, this is the song, and that's it. Good. Sounds good. Ballerific.
Block game, you not gang, no. Block game, why we can't glow. Can't nobody tell me, yeah. I can have a solo, never. Play me like a photo, never. Block game, woo. Block game, woo. Woo. I got 2 cars, watch me turn around. She off 2 balls, now she can't turn down. I'm so handsome, you should take a picture. Specialty, but no kicker. Y'all ain't guessing, it's just too late. Why me run it back? It's a new day, why me make some scratch? It's on lock, man, I need who can touch it. Throw that block game just like Anton Duncan. Ooh. Block game, you not gang, no. Block game, why we can't glow. Can't nobody tell me, yeah. I can have a solo, never. Play me like a photo, never. Block game, woo. Block game, woo.